Good morning. Good morning. Oh, I am on my way to work. And of course, there's a lot of traffic. It is Friday, TGIF. All right. And so I was just thinking, I'm always thinking. My mind is always ticking. About the culture of addiction that we've actually cultivated in this country. Okay. I always laugh when people curse people out with their horns. Anyway, the culture of addiction that we've cultivated in this country, y'all know how I feel about weed. And the way that God deals with me about things, I may not have any necessarily have any evidence or proof to back up what I'm saying, or the feeling that I have regarding something. If my spirit man just don't like it or don't agree with it, I have learned to listen to that prompting in my spirit. And I've never, ever, ever liked weed. I've never liked being around weed. The smoke. If somebody is smoking weed in a car and their windows are down and my windows are down and they're puffing away and we're at a stoplight, I get a headache. It's that serious. It messes with my spirit, okay? And I understand why. God was just like speaking to me and showing me things. The weed that we want to have legalized in this country today, we say, weed is for this and for that, and it helps people with illnesses and pain and cancer patients and what have you. And I understand we have a lot of medical needs in this country. No doubt. We need to do something about the lack of health care in the country. So in the meantime, we're self-medicating because most people can't afford to get the health care that they need to deal with the health issues that they have, or mental issues even. So we self-medicate. I ain't saying me. I'm saying we as a people in this country tend to self-medicate with reefer, okay? Now, we need to understand, let's go back to the late 60s, early 70s, okay? I was born in that era, okay? Woodstock, the love, peace, and, one love era. People was just calm. It was a different climate then. It was a different type of young people back then. There was a group and a culture of young people that cared about what happened in this country. They were very proactive, white and black. They were very proactive about wanting to change the status of what was going on in this country. The racism and the bigotry and the misogyny and the sexism. They wanted to change those things. They grew up in the Leave It to Beaver era, right? And they saw the inequities, they saw the injustices, and they didn't want their mom and dads and their grandmom and their granddads life, the American dream that was sold to them. They didn't want that. They wanted to change things in this country. So when they gave out weed, you understand, during that era, it was not to get people addicted. There was a different motive and a different agenda back then. It was to relax people. It was to get people all one love mindset and peace and love and harmony. It was to change the mindset of people so that everybody could be just all lovey-dovey towards one another. No racism, no sexism, no misogyny, no classism. Just everybody is just loving one another and in peace and harmony. Okay, and we back then helped cultivate that mindset in a population of people. All right. I also believe, and it has been proven, that the weed in the 60s and the 70s had a whole lot less of what they call the THC. That's the thing that makes it addictive, than they have today. Okay, now let's go with the argument. Weed is a plant, it's a herb. It grows from the ground. If that's the case, then why is it more potent now? Why is it more addictive now than it was 30 years ago, 40 years ago? Why? You know why? Because they've added things into the weed today. There's a different agenda and a different motive in somebody giving you weed. You go, now it's more people are self-medicating, okay? There's that population and group of people that's self-medicating with the weed, okay? But then there's another group of people who have stress, mental issues, what have you, and they're self-medicating and they're trying to escape their reality, okay? They're trying to deal with the stress, or they're not trying to deal with the stress, so they after they get off work and they're stressed out, they've had a hard day, they go home and smoke some reefer. Or if they had a crazy week at work, they do like an alcoholic used to do in our day, They'll go to work all week and then go home and get sloshed on Friday night and get sloshed through the weekend till Sunday. And then get up for work Monday and get it and do the cycle all over again. But nowadays they're doing it with weed. It's supposed to calm people down. It's supposed to make people mellow. But the problem is that the weed that they're giving you, the weed that they're selling you today, it's not the weed that they gave our parents and our grandparents. It's not pure. It's just not pure. I don't care if they gave it to you. Why do you think that nobody gives you anything for free anymore without a pure motive? Nobody is pure in their motives anymore, okay? If they're giving you weed, they done dipped it in something, they didn't put something in it, they didn't did something. There's some additives. They're trying to get you addicted to something. And they want you to come back. First one is free. The first 5 is free. Okay? But they didn't dipped it in something. They didn't, and you done smoked it and be like, oh, this is some good stuff, man. I think I want some more. And then you come back, and the next time you come back, he's starting to sell it. Okay? She's starting to sell it to you. And so now, people realize that in this, here in Tennessee, now we had the opioid problem and pills. Well, the doctor prescribed it for us, so it must be okay. And it's like, I've had several surgeries, years and years ago, okay? And I could tell you, a hysterectomy was one of them. I had something for the hydronatus superbita that I had, and excision surgeries or what have you to deal with that issue. And they always wanted to throw pain meds at me. And they always ask you when you get out of surgery, you have days from the anesthesia, and they're saying, hey, do you want some pain meds? And I'm like, no, but they give it to you anyways. I know that was the case for me. They was throwing pain meds at me for years. I'd go home, tear up the prescription. Like, well, I told you I did not want this. Because when I did take pain meds, I didn't like what it did to my head. It just always made me feel crazy and dizzy and give me a severe headache. The same feeling I got when I be around somebody who's smoking weed is the feeling I would get when I would take a pain pill or pain medicine. And I'm gonna tell you something. I don't worship my mind. I don't worship my intelligence. I thank God for it. But I don't like nobody messing with my head. Don't mess with my head. So anything that messes with my head, I'm not divulging in that. I'm not indulging in it. I don't want it. You can have that. I don't care what I'm going through. I'd rather deal with the pain than to deal with that. All right? And it's like a lot of people just are afraid of pain today. So instead of just dealing with the pain, it's just suffer for a little bit. It's gonna pass. I promise you, whatever it is, it's gonna pass. They try to find a shortcut, and now the shortcut in medication of choice are pills. They just throw pills at people now. Come on, people. We got to be stronger than this, all right? I promise you. I'm not telling you anything I ain't been through. when they cut your gut open and take out your uterus, and you wake up, that stuff hurt. But I sat in the recliner chair for a month and just prayed through it. After I took that one dose of the medicine, pain meds that they gave me, I didn't like it. I said, oh no, boo. Give me the Tylenol. Okay, give me some aspirin. I'm going to be okay. Just go through it. Just grit your teeth and go through it. Lord. Don't let nothing mess with your head, because you don't know what people are putting in things. You don't know what the pharmaceutical industry is putting in medicine. You know, I'm not against medicine. There's some medicine that you need to take for a short period of time. Short, okay? Some people have to have medicine, okay? But it shouldn't be that you need it for the rest of your daggone life. And definitely, no weed, no pain meds, bro. Don't do that, because they put something in that to mess you up. They put stuff in there to make you sicker, okay? I'm 50 years old, and I'm in great health. To God be the glory. And I'm telling you, you know, what's worked for me, what's working for me. You know? I take amberberry pills or capsules. That's natural every day. I take triphala. I take collagen. I try to do high protein, vitamin C, iron every day. And my old favorite, rhodiola rosea, and you know, and it works for me, and it's helping me. If you have cancer, I hear wormwood is excellent. Now, I'm not trying to tell you don't listen to your doctor. Of course, follow doctor's orders or whatever, but also take control of your own health. Take accountability for your own health. Don't hurt yourself more than what you got to, and don't self-medicate with stuff that you know is going to hurt you. And I'm telling you, they put stuff in the weed to make you come back, because people who give out weed and sell weed, they're trying to make a living. They're trying to make a buck. And the pharmaceutical industry is trying to make a buck too. So I have to go because I am at work pretty much. You guys have a great day. Smooches.